Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's start with another bishop opening video. So this will be the last bishop opening video of Paulson defense. Okay, this is also a very interesting video. So I hope you have learned a lot and gain knowledge from it. So the game continues e4, e5, bishop to c4. That's why we call it a bishop opening. Then knight to f6, d3, c6, knight to f3, bishop to e7. Okay, bishop to e7. Now white castles, black plays d6. Okay, I have shown you many lines what happens when black pushes on d5. Now in this game black plays d6. Okay, game continues, c3, castle. Okay, castle. Now in real game white played bishop to b3. Okay, bishop to b3. I'll show you one interesting variation. Okay, one very interesting variation you should learn. If you are watching the bishop opening carefully, you should learn this technique also. Okay, this is a loophole from for black. Okay, loophole for black. Rather than playing bishop to b3, what if white plays knight b d2? Okay, knight b d2. You just recognize the trap. Okay, how the trap goes. Okay, so black plays knight b d7. Okay, knight b d7. Then white plays rook to e1. Then black plays rook to e8. Now you just see this here, the loophole starts. Okay, what you see, that queen is almost trapped. Okay, it has only these squares. Okay, it has only these squares. It is almost covered by all its pieces. Okay, so now the trick starts. Okay, the game continues, bishop into f7 check. Okay, king into f7, knight g5 check. Okay, now you see the king has to move. Either it comes here, then it will be a devastating for black. Okay, and the best option to go back. Okay, the best option to go back. Okay, the best option to go back. So here black plays to go back on g8. Okay, now you see, now you play knight to e6. Okay, attack the queen. See, queen has only this square. Okay, these two squares. Okay, so wherever it goes, now you will attack with the other knight. Okay, it may be here or here, you will be attacking with the other knight. Now you see that where can queen go? Only this square and this square. Okay, no other squares the queen can go. So either of the queen goes on either a6 or b5, knight to c7, thus winning the queen. Okay, you are winning the queen itself. You are not winning this rook or rook, nothing. You are winning the queen directly because queen has no move now. Okay, queen has no move. Okay, I hope you have liked this. So remember this trick. Okay, so in real game white plays bishop to b3. Game continues, knight b d7. Okay, knight b d7. You just watch carefully. Okay, knight b d7. If now black plays here rook on e8, then the trick applies. Okay, then the trick applies. Okay, so you should be finding this minute loopholes for black. But in real game black played knight b d2. Okay, knight b d2. Now after playing knight b d2, these are the four variations. Okay, black can play. Either black can play a5, b6, then knight to c5, or rook to e8. Either of this. Okay, I cannot show you all the variations. Okay, I will just the perfect reply for each of the lines I'll tell you. For example, if pawn pushes here, okay, black plays pawn to a5, then either you can play a6, okay, or you can directly play a3, or you can directly play a4. Okay, both are correct. If knight goes here, knight to c5, then you can play bishop to c2. Okay, bishop to c2, because you're saving the strong bishop. If rook goes here, okay, rook to e8, okay, then you can develop your, rook, okay, or you can develop your other pieces. Okay, but in this game a slightly off position, okay, black has chosen to play b6. Okay, mostly it is not played in grandmaster level, but yeah, here black has chosen to play b6. So the game continues. Rook to e1, bishop b7, knight f1. Okay, maneuvering the knight. Okay, maneuvering the knight either here or here. Okay, rook to e8, knight g3, bishop f8, d4. Okay, now you have to break the center. Now g6, knight to g5. Now you see knight to g5. Okay, attacking this pawn. Okay, attacking this pawn. Okay, d5. Now here you see, now a lot of exchanges. Okay, now the tactics, I hope you are doing tactics regularly. Now the tactics will come. Now you have to find the tactics. Okay, which pawn captures what, then the position will look, how the position will look, like this will come. Here white has played f4. Now you see what you will play in this position. You try to find what you will play. Okay, take your time, pause the video and say what you will play. Okay, now you just calculate. Okay, pause the video and calculate. In real game it was played e into f4. Okay, e into f4. Of course d into f4 would be very bad for black, because knight into f7, losing this vital pawn. Okay, if the game continues, d6 check and king h8, knight into 8, you're losing the rook, exchange down. Okay, so black has decided e into f5, e into f4, capturing the pawn. Thus bishop into f4. Okay, developing the bishop with a tempo. h6. Okay, h6. Now you see h6. Here you see h6 is a good move. Okay, because black wants this powerful knight to go back. Okay, to go back. If it captures here, okay, then so I have shown you that the knight would capture the pawn. So here you just check it out. Okay, can I capture this pawn now? Knight into f7, can I capture? What do you think? If black captures, then do I have counterplay for that? Do I have counterplay? You ask yourself. Yes, you will be having counterplay, because you can attack like this, pawn pushes, also the bishop, everything is in the king side, so it's a very good attack. Okay, so knight into f7, brilliant sacrifice. Okay, brilliant sacrifice by the white. King into f7, e5. Now you see knight can go back or bishop can come here. These are the two main options. If knight goes on g8, then though it's very bad. You'll just check it out. Queen to g4. Now you see queen to g4, giving check and winning the knight. This is the threat. If king goes on g7, bishop to c2, knight e7, e6. Okay, now you see gaining so much space. Okay, e6, attacking this knight, knight to f6. You see knight to f6 has came and attacking the queen. Okay, attacking the queen, but you see bishop to e5. Okay, bishop to e5. Now pinning this, and this knight will fall. Okay, this knight will fall because knight will come on h5, give a check and capture. Okay, the rook will join the party. Okay, this knight will definitely fall. Here beginner do a mistake. Rather than playing bishop to e5, they play knight to h5 directly, give a check and win this. Okay, give a check and win this, because the pawn cannot capture this knight. But you see that the knight can capture. Okay, the knight can capture. This is a very beginner's mistake. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Okay, this is one of the variation. If the knight goes on g8, rather than in real game it was played bishop to a6. Okay, giving up the knight. Then white has chosen to play queen to f3, queen to f3. Now you see he has not captured this knight. Okay, he has not captured the knight because knight is already falling. Okay, he is just developing his pieces and also creating a threat. So black plays bishop to g7. Also here, if black plays knight to g7, knight to g8, now what would you think? What should white play? Of course, it's a discovered check. Bishop will come on g5 and give a check and win the queen. Okay, so that's why I'm just showing you this, what would happen. Give a check, come here, give another check, again come here, give a check and win the bishop, win the queen. Okay, this is also one of the variation. So here black has played bishop to g7. Okay, pawn captures, e into f6, knight into f6, bishop to e5, bishop to e5. Now you see that okay, this bishop, this knight is almost attacked by two of the pieces. Okay, and two defenders are there and three defenders, so king has to stay here. If king stays here, then we can give more pressure. Okay, so this should come in your mind. Okay, this how I can calculate myself. Okay, so bishop to e5 played by white, then queen to d7, then rook to e4. You see this pawn is pinned. Okay, rook to e4. Now want to give pressure like this way. Okay, rook to a6, rook to f4, rook to f8. Now black is planning to go there. Okay, on a safe square. Okay, here white has played bishop to c2. Now you see bishop to c2. If it goes, then this pawn will fall. Okay, so black plays queen to e8. Now you see that in real game it was played rook to g4. Okay, rook to g4, but analysis says that it would be better that if you had played queen to g4, it would be much more quick end for the black. Why? Because this is pinned. Okay, this cannot capture. Okay, this cannot capture. Also this bishop is also well protected. Okay, and this rook will also join. Okay, join. So if in engine says that okay, queen to g4, then what would the continuation? g5, knight to h5. Now you see this is almost dead. Okay, this is almost dead. Okay, g8, rook into f6, bishop into f6, queen h5. Okay, now you see threatening a mate. Okay, threatening a mate, also giving pressure to the bishop. Okay, it cannot capture like this, or else the mate will happen. Okay, okay, so queen to f7, knight into f6 check, rook into f6, bishop into f6. Okay, queen cannot capture the bishop, or else again the same mate. Okay, or else again the same mate. Okay, so this is a easy win for white. Okay, in real game white has chosen to play rook to g4. Okay, the game continues same, g5, knight to f5. Okay, knight to f5. Okay, giving pressure to the bishop. It can play knight to g5 also, h5 also. That is also cool. That is also no problem. Now knight into g7. Now there are two options. Either it can capture the knight or it can capture the rook. Okay, I'll show you both the variations. What would happen if it captures the what would happen if it captures the king into g7? Okay, king into g7. Then you just see that okay, now this rook is under attack, so we have to take it back safely. Rook to g3, rook into e5, d into e5, knight to h5. Now you see that both are attacked. Okay, both are attacked. Queen to e3, knight into g3, h into g3, bishop to c8. Now in this position you just check it out. Okay, this is almost equal or a slight advantage for the white. Okay, slight advantage for the white because this pawn is a passer. Okay, and everything is uh, protecting each other, all are having counter play. Okay, so that's why slight advantage for the white. In real game, black chosen to play knight into g4. Okay, knight into g4. Then game continues, queen into g4, rook e f6, knight f5. Okay, knight f5. Now you see that, okay, it's an easy win now. 5 pieces is to 4 pieces. Okay, it's an easy win. So here in the end, black should have captured this knight. Okay, black should have captured this knight, but black chooses to capture this rook. Okay, because it's a heavy material piece, major piece, that's why. But he should have captured the knight. Here he made the mistake, or else it will be an equalish game or slight advantage for the white. Okay, so that's it for the video and the end of Paulson defense bishop opening. Okay, I'll continue with another defense soon. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.